Hello, and thank you so much for attending the SMB University Options Training video series. We're very excited to present you this education of how to expand your window of opportunity to earn consistent money, and obviously we're going to discuss that with option strategies. Okay, now what we want to talk about first and foremost is the surest way to improve your confidence. Now, every trader, whether a brand new trader or somebody who has a lot of experience, you ultimately want to be putting your money in the market at risk with conviction. Now, there's certain obstacles or certain problems that you have to overcome, and we're going to discuss those throughout the series as well. The series and more importantly, the option strategies that we're going to introduce you to. Number one, are going to help eliminate the frustration of the need to time your trades perfectly in order to make money. If you've been any kind of a trader that has not been an options trader, or maybe you're just an options trader who buys puts or buys calls, you know well enough that you have to be right on the spot in order to make money. We're going to learn how to eliminate that frustration. Number two, we're going to also teach you how to improve your odds of a successful outcome by 200% from separating it from just being somebody who calls direction. And number three, we are going to learn how to enter positions with multiple outcomes for profit. And I'm going to explain that in a little bit more detail in about 2 minutes. And number four, the fourth goal of the program is to teach you why you only need 3 securities out of all the thousands and thousands of possibilities of potential opportunities that you could scan for and do game planning for on a daily basis. Most of the consistent bigger successful traders that are trading on the option desk for SMB and our students only trade 3 securities, and we're going to discuss what they are and why we feel those give you the greatest advantage to be successful. Now, before we get into the actual program, we're a big fan of Raging Bull. We decided that Joe Pesci would be the best person, and a quote from the movie, to explain what option trading is from the possession of our perspective. So basically, Joe said in the movie, if you win, you win. If you lose, you still win. Now, we know he was talking about boxing there, but we are going to be really ask you to write that down and remember, if you win, you win. So picture a directional call, but also winning if your directional call doesn't necessarily play out exactly the way you anticipated. So that's the exciting part of option trading. All right, so of course, you can lose. Anybody who is putting money at the market is a speculator. There is a possibility you could lose. However, if you get good at the option strategies that we're going to introduce you to in this program, you can learn how to be very consistent, reduce the frustration, and increase the amount of opportunities you're going to have looking at those very same trades that you might be looking at right now. So essentially what happens here in the methods and strategies that we're going to teach you, if the market goes up, obviously you can make money if you're anticipating it going higher. If the market goes down and you expected it to go higher, there's still a possibility you could make money. Here's one of the most interesting ones to me. If the market goes nowhere, you almost definitely will make money with the strategies that we teach you. Okay? If you expect the market to go in one direction, but it goes in the opposite, you can still make money depending on many of the factors you're going to learn in the video series. So here's basically the way the education is going to work. You're going to first learn the ideas, learn the strategies, and then ultimately, if you decide to take it further and ask us about mentoring, we teach you how to actually apply the strategies and adjust the positions. So you have these multiple opportunities for profit. So one of the opportunities is if you make a directional call and you believe it's going up, and it does. Another opportunity is if you make a directional call, you believe it's going up, and it doesn't. There's still a way to profit from that, which you don't get if you're just a directional trader. And third, and certainly not least, is the opportunity to make money with option strategies if the market just goes sideways and does nothing. And we're going to illustrate this in a little bit more detail with some charts here. So essentially what we have here is we have some charts of the S&P 500. We have August of 2013, we had a down move. You can see there was gaps. There was a little bit of choppiness. Then we had a pretty strong move off the lows. Then we had a move right back down to the lows. And now literally up till this week in mid-October 2013, we rallied back up and we're making new highs. So you had, in this window here, you had to have what we call absolutely perfect timing. Most traders who are directional traders are trading based on they're getting into a position where they have to time an entry perfectly, and then more often than not, they manage the trade with the same thought process of watching it based on the perfection and how fast they want it to happen. It's a very, very odd thing that equity traders specifically watch trades, and as soon as they get into them, they want them to start working out immediately. Now, here's the difference between an equity trader or maybe a forex trader or a futures trader and an options trader. Now, this is that same chart of the S&P right up until the day I'm recording this, which is, I believe, the 17th of October, 18th of October. And you can see here the spiders traded within a pretty defined range if you scale it back and look. Now, if this is a 5-minute chart or a 15-minute chart, I'd be like, oh, wow, I really didn't do anything during the day. But if you were going to get involved, you had to time the down move, the gaps, the up move, the down move, and then finally the last up move. And if your timing was off, meaning if you believed it would continue to move down or continue to move up, it could be pretty frustrating, quite honestly. Here's the difference of what options traders and options trading strategies allow you. It's the major benefit, the major advantage of learning these strategies that options allow, especially option spread strategies, is you'll be learning to initiate positions based on a window of price and the probability of it staying within that window. And we're also going to teach you how the software will actually give you the best guesstimate of where that price will stay within a certain amount of time. So essentially the biggest difference between the stopwatch and the calendar is, in my opinion, equity traders, forex traders, futures traders, even some option traders that just take outright positions of long or short, focus on the timing. Options traders who learn the strategies that we're about to teach you focus on the time they're in the trade. In other words, the profit target is to hold the trade a certain amount of time as opposed to holding the trade for a certain price. And that's a very, very big difference that we're going to teach you in this window of opportunity in the video series. So who is this video series for? We just explained the major benefits, and now we're going to discuss if one of these particular scenarios apply to you, whether you're an equity trader right now trying to time and beat the algorithms on the intraday noise, if you're a forex trader staying up at 2 o'clock in the morning looking for the news, futures trader. Now, futures are very highly leveraged. If your timing is not perfect in the futures market, it can be very, very frustrating. And then, of course, if you're either a beginning options trader or maybe an experienced option trader who just wants to add some more tools to your belt, this free video series is definitely something you want to take advantage of. All right, so what are the goals of the option video series? We already discussed the frustrations, the perfect timing that's needed by most directional traders or somebody who is specifically looking to make a call of the market going up or down. So the goal for this particular person is not to be this guy sitting in the street, not to be the guy who's frustrated, confused, and says, I knew it, I had to call, it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. But you know what, I got out, I took my stop loss, and then you know what, my God, it did exactly what I thought it was going to do, but I wasn't in the trade anymore, or I didn't have the position on, I didn't have enough size on, whatever. You know, we've all experienced it. If you've been around for a while, this is clearly not what you want to do. You don't want to be that guy in the street who says, I was right, but I didn't make any money. It did exactly what I thought. So what is the ultimate goal? We want to learn as traders, teaching you how to concentrate in that little unique window that it makes the difference between an option spread trader and somebody who is looking to get in and out at a certain price, is the focus for this type of option strategies that we're going to teach you. The focus is on the time in the trade and the focus of staying in the trade over time, because believe it or not, time is a part of the trade and a part of making successful trades in this particular strategy. So this is really where you want to end up being. You want to be the guy on the water, stress-free at the end of the day, and fully in charge of looking at the calendar and knowing the window of opportunity that you have a profit potential as opposed to the one exact spot that you might have to get in or get out. And this is really where we want to be. And that's the promise of this program. The promise of the program is to help you ultimately be that guy with the smiley face, be the guy who's nice and relaxed on the beach, as opposed to the person who is pretty good at calling direction, but maybe not necessarily earning what you should be earning because you're forcing yourself to time the entry as opposed to focusing on the window of prices that a stock could potentially be in over, let's say, the next month or so, or the next 6 to 8 weeks. All right, so that's the promise of the program: how to expand your window of opportunity and earn more money consistently. So what's the next step? The next step is ultimately to check your inbox, check your email for another email from SMB Options. We'll be there within a day, two at the very most, with the next video, and we really look forward to helping you out. So that's the intro to what the course is all about. Really looking forward to helping you understand what it means to become an option trader.